Hello. Hello, this is the My Artifact episode number 2759. Today's date is the 28th February 2023. It's almost like 10:47 p.m. Okay. Um, Usually is that ki, um, whatever I want and whatever I don't know, it just doesn't feel really right to talk about such thing in Artifact episode, but like basically it's over exaggerated of things that I wanted to do. Okay, because like what is exactly you wanted to do? uh, well let me is that ki, did I talk about such thing about that ki I have to make a binary code? Like binary code is a movie. Okay, I scripted this movie. Okay, and I always wanted to make this movie, and one day I will definitely. Yeah. Okay. But there are so many thoughts, there are so many things to do. Okay, and usually is that ki, um, I don't talk about such thing in the artifact episode. Like there are so many, like I imagine almost like so much about what will I do in the future and everything, but it's almost like only 1% or point 1.2%. I don't know, I just talk about such thing in the article episode when it is kind of like a really necessary to talk. Okay, otherwise I didn't really talk about the things that I want. Okay, I'm not talking about things that I want means like that, okay, I want iPhone, I want this computer. No, it's not. Okay, this is the kind of like a uh, something really that okay, like basically I will buy a new phone, I will buy iPhone. Okay, this is the kind of thing that I can achievable. Okay, whatever the person I will become. Okay, but is that the things that I want? It just like those things that I can get if I became something really different person. Okay, and what is exactly different person means? Different person means like that ki, like since I have power, then, but I don't know how should I explain this thing, but yeah, I never really talk about such things. So like what is this what you wanted to talk? Okay, okay, so let me tell no, don't really talk about such thing, yeah. Like when it is kind of like a really close to you, when it is kind of like a, like let me tell you one thing now, whatever the things that you wanted to do, okay, and whatever things you what you want to do, okay, is that key, just keep this thing in your mind, recall this thing always in your mind, but do not talk about this thing in artifact episode. Why? Because of that ki, like basically when you are thinking such thing in your mind, it's the imagination formaton. Okay, when you put into the artifact episode, you are actually creating some sort of a evidence into it. Okay, like basically is that ki, just an example that I wanted to be a doctor. Okay, when you imagine things, yeah, you can imagine that I am a doctor. Okay, but you are not a doctor. Okay, but what if I wanted to be doctor? So what should I do? Is that ki, I just write this thing that ki, I wanted to be a doctor on the piece of paper. Okay, so when you write this thing, you are actually creating that imagination into some sort of a reality. Right now you are not a doctor, you just written the things that you wanted to be a doctor. Okay, so this is the actually a first step to become a particular person that you wanted to be. Okay, so actually you are actually you have to do it. Okay, like basically whatever you wanted to do, whatever the things that you want, just add some sort of a physical footprint over there, so that you can understand it. Okay, but some of the things are kind of like a something really unimpossible. Dude, it's not really impossible. It's not. You can do this. Everyone is does that. Okay, so what makes it that you cannot do it? Okay, yeah, you can do it now, dude. Just talk about such thing in the artifact episode. Okay, like why are you actually holding yourself back? Well, is this thing is that ki I seen so many kind of like a something that ki in my life I think that ki I am not qualified for that particular person that I wanted to be. Okay, because of that ki like I don't know. I am really fucked up person, dude. Okay, I didn't really have that kind of like a brain. I didn't really have that kind of like I have ambitions. I have a things, but is that key? I don't know, yaar. Like what, dude? What is exactly you are actually thinking? Just talk the straight now, dude. Just write in the piece of paper what you wanted to do. Okay. Uh, I make like basically while I was talking such thing na, I just recall the all the artifact episode I was talking. Like basically na every time. Okay, why I'm not really talking about such thing na? Because of that ki I did this thing. Yeah. Like let me tell you one thing ki when I started recording this artifact episode, the main purpose of making this artifact episode is that ki I wanted to be a filmmaker. Okay, in 2015, 2016, 17, 18, yeah, I wanted to be a filmmaker, and this is the my kind of like something that yeah, I wanted to do that. Okay, but eventually the process, the environment, the situation and everything is kind of like a something that ki this the statement that I wrote on my head that I wanted to be this person, it's kind of like a something that kids became impossible. Yeah, impossible or something that ki like no is not gonna happen. Okay, yeah. So I am actually very much afraid of things that won't happen. So I didn't really talk about such thing in the artifact episode. Yeah, even if this artifact episode is kind of like a because this like okay, let me tell you one thing. Right now I am doing YouTube. Okay, and whenever I will have some sort of a money and things like that, I will definitely make the binary code. Okay, I have little bit of knowledge about filmmaking and things like that. Okay, and sooner or later when I wanted to be a make a film, I will have little bit of guidance to make that movie, and I will definitely make the binary code. But that doesn't make me kind of like a filmmaker. Okay, no, it's not. Okay, and as also is that ki filmmaker doesn't means like that ki you have to make a film like whoever the person making a film is as a you call a filmmaker. No, it's not. Film doesn't meant to be like you have to make a film. No, film is meant to be that the whatever the video you are making, the process is at ki you are using all the rules and things like that, and you are telling a story throughout your craft. That is called a filmmaker. All right, so are you call yourself as a filmmaker, or is this thing is right? I don't know, yeah, dude. It just let me tell you one thing now. Okay, so if you think that ki um, just an example is that ki um, if you wanted to be a doctor, okay, what is the process, the what is the steps you have to follow to become a doctor? You have to be, you have to 12 standard science, then you have to took the admission for mbbs, study for almost like a 4 hour 4 year 5 year, then you study under the your, then you became little bit of when you do mbbs, and then some certain study, and then some sort of practical exercise, and then you became a doctor, right? So this is the particular steps, this is the particular process. You went through one process to another process, and then you became a doctor. All right. Okay, what if like say I wanted to be a prime minister of India? What is the process? You have to be you have to be in election. Okay, you have to be good in communication skills, and then you have to interact with all those political things which is actually happened. Okay, you fight with the election things, understand what does people want, and do the progress on the cities and things like that. Okay, and then somehow your work is something really impressive, then you will become something really nagaradhyaksha, or something really amdar. Okay, and then you do something really, the effort is kind of like a same, then you will become amdar to khasdar, khasdar to, I don't know, something really mayor than um, mayor than, then you have to join the party and you loyal with that party, and you do this all those people pleasing stuff, things like that. You will become chief minister, and then you chief minister, and then you are doing something really good, and your history and catalog was really good, then you became a prime minister. Okay, became a prime minister is kind of like a really long journey, almost like a, if you have to be cross almost like a, at the end of your age, means after 50, after 60, you will become a prime minister, because prime minister of India is something really different. Okay, like this post has to be achieved at the age of above 50, above 60, right? Yeah. So this is the process, so everything is actually meant for the process. Right now you are doing YouTube, you are doing gaming channel. I wanted to be a filmmaker. Will I be a filmmaker if I'm making a gaming videos? uh, well, what kind of gaming videos? I'm actually dubbing. Yeah, you can. Like what is really is this thing, like I don't know, yeah, it's just kind of like a, something really fucked up. I don't know what I'm talking about, the things, dude. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. My from today I am not really good, like it's just so many things has actually happened, and I am not really good in fuck up. Thank you.